Hi, my name is André Garcia and I'm a Mozilla Tech speaker. In this video series, we are going to dive deep into Firefox Add-on development. But before we can start coding like mad, we should take a few steps back and think about what are add-ons themselves and why they are crucial to a healthy web ecosystem. Many of us, like web developers, don't realize that we face a dilemma. If you allow me a poor metaphor, think of us like restaurant chefs, where we go to a restaurant to work and we do lots of cooking there, but we never eat that food. And when we go home, we eat food that was not prepared by us. We web developers are like chefs that never eat their own food. You might be working for this big corporation doing this fancy product that you don't actually use. And when you go home, you end up using products that you never made. It's a tricky thing. Wonder when it was the last time that you used software that you built. Many of us on our day-to-day lives don't do that. And I'm yet to find a restaurant chef that doesn't cook his own food. Never. So with that in mind, let's think about why that happens. People tend to divide users into two groups, developers and end users. And we tend to shift between those groups as our day goes by. We might be developers at a job or might be actually developing something for our own use, but other times we are just users. Not that one thing is better than the other, they are not. But there is a space between that is filled by another concept. I first met this concept on a book from the early 2000s by Dan Schafer. He coined this term, inventive user. The inventive user is someone that knows that they can develop software to solve their own problem, but they don't have recent formal training and they are not employed as full-time developers. It's people that end up with a system to manage their restaurant made with Excel and things like that. And I think that this is an important concept of solving your own problems, of having agency over your online life, where you pick at your own hands and you go hey, I'm going to fix that. Add-ons allows us to solve our own problems because, let's face it, there is a very, very, very slight chance that those large tech companies will listen to you or I when we want a feature oh, I don't like square buttons, I want round buttons. They will not update their own product just because you like round buttons. But with add-ons, you can pick your desire on how that platform works, and you can fix that for you, and then share it with others and fix it for others. Another important way to think about add-ons is that they allow you to take some control of your life back, of your online life at least. These days with state-sponsored espionage and unethical profiling for advertising purposes, there's a lot going online that you didn't really sign it up for, and you might not even agree. Add-ons allow us to pull back on this tug of war towards what we think the internet should be. From tracking protection to ad blocking to lots of different stuff. For example, add-ons that create a safe space by filtering sensitive content. This allows you on this perpetual tug of war between companies and ourselves. It allows us an extra pull of strength towards what we want our online experience to be. Add-ons are, in essence, a rebellious action. You are basically looking at something that was made and saying, I want to interfere with that because I think I can do better. I want a different experience, and I'm holding destiny in my hand, and I'm going to install this add-on or develop this add-on to have the experience I want. So let's just summarize that add-ons are important because they provide a necessary force on your online experience. The browsers are called user agents, and add-ons are the tool of user agents that allow you to mold your own online experience. I hope you join me next week as we analyze the anatomy of web extensions and finally build our first extension. On the description below, you will find a link to a playlist that will contain all those videos, and feel free to reach me. The contact information is down below in the description as well. I'm eager to learn more about feedback and the kind of content that you want to see. See you then.